Okay, now to start, first of all, we'll see the problem statement again. So we are designing a application.
Gagan, could you speak up louder, please?
Yeah, sure. So the resident of Nanjing city could apply for a driving license. So using our design techniques, we have uh, brainstormed and decided to make the interface look something like this. So in order to turn this paper prototype into an actual working application, use the following steps. So the first and foremost step will be to register uh, yourself to PowerApps. Yeah. So I'll just copy this and paste it in the browser window. So as I have already told, like I have already registered for this. So I'll just show this in a private window. So you will see this page. You just click here, start free. And you can add your email from Emily on here. And just to show you, I'll use Professor Harish's ID. You can click on next. And according to the steps, you'll need to add your account info and confirm your details. And then you'll have a working PowerApps platform for you. So I have already done this. So it's only for you to do. I have already done these steps. So I'll begin with the prototyping now. Okay. So the first step will be creating an Excel file in OneDrive that can act as a data container. So for that, you need to copy this and paste this in a browser window. I'll do that. Now you need to sign in with your Emilion account, and I'll use my own university account. Now you create a folder here for the application database storage. So I'll name this Nanjing Cloud Database. Click on create. Now you create an Excel file with the following name, Nanjing City Database, in the folder you just created. So you just go here, click on new, and press on Excel workbook. So this will create an Excel file which is blank. So you just rename it by clicking here and pasting the name. Now we need to create the following attributes in our table. So we have 4 attributes and we just create a table with 4 attributes here. So you just select 4 columns and any number of rows and just click on insert and table and click on OK. Now you rename the columns with your attribute names. So our first name will be citizen ID. Second will be name. Third will be age. Fourth will be contact. So please make sure that these names are correct because if they are not, you might run into some problems later on. So now we need to close this. You can refresh once the OneDrive space and check again that the names are correct. As you can see, the names are correct. Now you can again close it. And now we go to the steps again. So we have created a data container. Now we need to make the mechanism that we can push and pull data into this cloud storage, into this data container. For that, we need to go to PowerApps again. PowerApps will be the source of pushing and pulling into this cloud database. So you can just create a new tab and go to PowerApps. Now you can sign in to PowerApps using your account. So in order to connect a PowerApps with the cloud database, you just click here from Dataverse. Now you select OneDrive because our cloud database is stored in OneDrive. So you just select OneDrive for Business and click on Create. Now you select the folder that we just created, Nanjing City Cloud Database, and click on the database file. Select the table 1 and press Connect. Now this has created 3 screens in PowerApps: a browse screen, a table screen, and an edit screen. So this is somewhat similar to the thing that we are looking for. This will be the view screen. This will be the apply screen, and this screen we have not yet created. So now the next step is we have already created the connectivity in Excel file to pull data. Now we need to rearrange the columns in a logical order. That we can do in, we'll just take a look at that now. Okay, now in the edit form, just click on the edit fields. Now you can rearrange. Since citizen ID should be the first in the table, we just drag it to the first place, and then we drag name to the second place, age at the third, and contact at the fourth place. So when we look at our prototype, the apply button is missing at the table. So we'll create that now. In order to do that, we just go to insert, click on button, and move the button here. We rename the button to apply. Now this button does nothing. So in order for it to do something, we go to advanced by clicking on button, and on action menu, we write, according to our steps, we write edit fields. So we write submit forms, right? We go here, and in the formula bar, we write submit form and edit form 1. We have no other form lined up. Okay, now we'll check the pushing of data to our cloud database just to see everything, just to make sure everything works as expected. So for that, we'll just run the app once. We'll make sure that our database is closed, and we'll give a random input, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll give my name as an example. And I'll give my age as example, and then I'll give a contact number and click on apply. Now we'll check if the data is added to the database. You can do that from here as well. We can just go to this and click on OneDrive and see if a file is updated with our data. So I think, yes, our file is updated with the data. You can ignore this column. This is just created by PowerApps for its reference. So yeah, as you can see, our data is being updated. Now we need to see our steps. So we have created a pushing mechanism and we have created a pulling mechanism. Now we need to create the wrapping mechanism, and you can see the wrapping mechanism here. This will be kind of like a home page for our application. So we'll create that now. You can close the app. So to create a home screen, you just go here and click on new screen and create a blank screen here. Now you can insert some labels here, like driving license. So you can write normal text here like this. And we have an apply button and view data button here. So we'll create that. You can change the font size as well. Oh, sorry. I have just you can just change the font size from here. Let's go with 30. I think this looks reasonably good. Now we can insert two more buttons. So as you can see in our paper prototype, we have apply and view data buttons. So I'll just rename these. First will be apply and second will be view data. Now these are just normal buttons. Now these should link to the apply page and this should link to the view data page. So for that to happen, we need to go to advanced by clicking on the button, and on select, we should give instructions for it to navigate to the page we want. So we want this to navigate to edit screen, edit data screen. You just write this in the function. The function, and to the view data, we do it same way. We can navigate to browse screen. For other screens, as in a prototype, we should have a home button as well, which is not mentioned here, but that could help the user to navigate to this screen when he's on other screens.
More
You
like
can go to
as you go towards the realization, you realize that there's something missing in the design. You improve your design. You see that? And then as you go move forward, maybe you'll feel something and you'll it's like iteratively the design and the what do you call this? The implementation will feed each other and get better. Yeah, please keep going.
Yeah, so just like Professor Harish was saying, so if the user is looking at the detailed screen, so he should be able to reach to the home screen, this one. So in order to do that, we'll add a button here. We'll call this button as home button. We'll rename it to home. And on its functionality, we'll navigate to the home screen. So our home screen is named as screen 1. So we'll just write screen 1 here. And the good thing is we can just copy buttons by pressing Control C. So I'll just paste it to other screens as well. So for example, here we can also paste it here, and we can also paste it to the browse screen. I think this look reasonably good. We can test the things once again. I've run the application now. If I press on apply page, I'll reach here. So I'll add some details again. 1, 2, 3. I use some other name. Let's go with 30. And now we press on apply. Okay, so this happened because I have already opened the cloud database. So this should not happen. I need to close it before adding some information to the form. So I'll apply again. Okay, yeah. So I can go to view data. I can refresh it. So yeah, as you can see, the information is being added. I can again go to the home screen and apply for new data.
So let me just quickly interrupt, okay? I've
Yeah,
been recording this small part that Gagan just talked about, right? In 15 minutes, we were able to convert our paper prototype to code. I mean, to implementation, right? Using almost very little code. So the point here is, what happens when you can cut time like this down is you can be more creative with your design, and you can kind of add this and have more applications on the implementation. Okay. So
yeah.
I think, Gagan, are you done explaining all components?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, so I think we can take a few minutes break, like 10 minutes of break, right?